This is Alex, and you're watching the Rage and Rona Review. In this episode, I want to talk about the Fast and the Furious franchise and what I think about it. Fast 5 is coming out, which is the 5th installment of the series, and I saw the trailer and I'm really looking forward to this one. For some reason, I think this one could be the best one yet, because there's so many elements going for this. You have, I guess you can call it an all-star cast, because you get cast members from all 4 of the previous films, and you have the addition of The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, in it. And the movie is almost no longer about street racing. It's more about just it's a big action movie with cool cars in it. That's what Fast and Furious really is, essentially. It's an action movie, but it's like a car chase movie. It's a movie that's just driven, no pun intended, by vehicular action, and I think this one could be the best yet. This is Justin Lin's 3rd time directing a movie in this series. Now, let me give you my opinion on the last 4 movies. The first movie, you had Rob Cohen directing it. I liked Rob Cohen. He directed Dragonheart, and he also directed Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, so 2 movies that I really liked. And I felt that Fast and the Furious was kind of like Point Break in the street racing scene. And that's what the whole concept of the franchise is. It really is about the whole street racing subculture, which has never been done before in movies. I mean, there are a lot of movies about car chases, right, where the movie is just driven by the car chase scenes, like, for example, Ronin, you know, and Gone in 60 Seconds. This one really took it to another level by putting it into another subculture, which we've never seen before. I actually like Fast and the Furious. It didn't have the best written script, but the story itself was decent enough for me to like it. The second one, directed by John Singleton, that was a complete mess. It was so forgettable. I almost found it annoying because it was just that bad. Tyrese Gibson didn't add a whole lot to it. What's that alien-looking girl? I really don't find her attractive at all, but they keep on putting her in movies. That alien-looking girl, that Japanese, I don't even know her name. I knew what it was before, I just can't think of it right now. Totally forgettable. Did not like it at all. It just was a terrible movie. You ask anybody who watched it, Too Fast, Too Furious, not good. Now, the third one, it felt like more of a spin-off because it didn't take place in the US, it took place in Japan, and you don't have Paul Walker anymore, you have Lucas Black, which I found very distracting because of his really thick southern accent, and it really didn't work for me. But I think Tokyo Drift was actually the best of the series because it took the whole street racing thing into a whole other level and brought it to where the import street racing scene really came from, and that was Japan, the whole import scene. In the first 2 movies about street racing, meaning like drag racing, you're just racing in a straight line. But in the third one, it was all about the drifting. The way they raced the cars was like art. The way they drifted and did all those donuts, it was just really cool, and it brought a whole other visual aspect to the movies, because I don't think I could handle another Fast and Furious movie where they're just racing in a straight line again. That was a really good spin. I like how they tied the stories together by bringing Dominic Toretto in the end, Vin Diesel's character, and he made a cameo appearance in the end, and it really brought everything together, and it just makes you feel that even though street racing is going on in Japan, it's also going on in the US at the same time. It's 2 different things going on, but in the same universe. So that really brought it home for me, and that's why I think that the third one was the best one. The fourth one, they wanted to change things up a bit by bringing in more muscle, like American muscle. I forgot everything about the movie. I saw it in the theater. It's the only movie out of the other 3 that I didn't buy on DVD. I bought the second one on DVD just to complete the trilogy, but I felt that the fourth one was so forgettable. I don't even remember anything about it. I just didn't like it. It was a Justin Lin movie, and I thought he could have done better. Some people liked it, but if you look at the scores at IMDb, everybody's giving it a pretty average score, like 5 out of 10 or 6 out of 10. Nothing spectacular, so I can't really say much about it. Which brings us to number 5, Fast 5. Oh, speaking of which, why can't they just give it like a normal name, you know, for the name of the sequels? Like, you got Fast and the Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, then you got Fast and Furious. They removed the, so it's not Fast and the Furious 4, but it's Fast and Furious, and now you got Fast 5. So it gets a little confusing. I think the 5th one is going to be really good. The early reviews are pouring in, and they're all saying that they're giving it pretty high scores, like 8 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. So for a movie like this, which is like, you know, these brainless action movies, I think this is going to be a visual spectacle because they're doing some really wild car stunts. It's no longer about street racing. It's about being chased by the cops led by The Rock. And there are going to be some really, really crazy car stunts. And it's not just about the car stunts that I like about the movie. I like that it's about the actual cars. The cars almost play a character in the movie. Because whenever you hear news about the another Fast and Furious movie, all you think about is, oh, I wonder what cars they're going to put in it next. So in Fast 5, I heard they're putting the Lexus LFA, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that in action. It's never been put on film. To see it in film, in an action sequence, that can really be something else. So anyways, let me know what you think about the franchise. Give it a score, like just list 1, 2, 3, 4, and even 5, and let me know what you think. Give it a score out of 10. I want to see if we're on the same page here. Just a reminder, Fast and Furious, I enjoyed. 2 Fast and Furious, I hated. Fast and Furious 3, I liked that one the most. Fast and Furious, which is the 4th one, totally forgettable. And the 5th one, I think I'm really gonna like this one. I'll check back with you again. That's all I really have to say in this video. This is Alex Yu. Thanks for watching the Rage and Rona review. Peace. It was opening night at midnight. I'm in the middle of the lineup, and I get this phone call, and my friend is in a car accident. And then I had more questions to ask him.